Alright, we now have the Fist of Ulrezaj. He has compulsory command at the start of the first battle phase. Ulrezaj steals your hand, then you draw 3 cards. Darkness Incarnate. At the end of each battle phase, Ulrezaj disables all of your detectors. And Blades of Vengeance. Whenever one of his units dies, the rest of them get plus 5% damage. For Ulrezaj, we have a combination of cards that we want to play versus him, particularly cloaked units to deal with him, and then cards that we can use against him to deal with some of the stuff he sends at us, but that he can't use against us effectively. So obviously we have a lot of Dark Templar cards in here. A specific one worth noting is Swift Vengeance. Worth playing if he doesn't have any units out at all other than his hero. And sometimes it's worth playing if he does have a big unit out if you really need to. But if he has no units out, this won't be able to target anything and will pretty much just act as 4 Dark Templar that don't leave the battlefield when they get played. Very powerful early on if you happen to draw it early. We have a few cards based around Storm, Psionic Chaos, and this is because we can use them on his units. He can play a bunch of early units and we can storm them, but if he happens to take them from our hand, he can't really storm anything we have because it will not target cloaked units if you don't have detection. And due to his lack of detection, it means he won't be storming our Dark Templar. On top of that, we do have to worry about his Dark Templar, especially if he steals them from our hand. So we do have a few things that give us detection, but we're very limited on options. So we use Revelation and Insidious Spy, but because of the fact that he can remove detection from our units, it means we can't play cards like Observer because they sit in the staging area for a turn, get their detection removed, and then they move out. So very important for the rush on the Insidious Spy. Alright, we're looking for cards that we can either play on the first turn or that we're okay with giving him. We're not okay with giving him any Dark Templars and we can't play them on the first turn, so this is just a full mulligan, unfortunately. Okay, we can get Reluctant Assassin out. Giving him Revelation's a little bit unfortunate, but not too big of a deal. We have Storms in our deck because he can play a lot of units, a lot of mass of units. So it's kind of good for us, but it's also great to give him because he can play as many Storms as he wants. He's not going to ever be able to target Dark Templar. Okay, we have one of our only sources of detection along with the Revelation. Pretty nice one. It has a rush, so it allows the Observer to actually give detection, unlike other Observers that have to wait a turn before they can move out, and then because of Darkness Incarnate, they just lose their detection. We're going to go for the grid here. Pretty much just to draw. No point in playing Insidious Spy. Only worth playing once he has Dark Templar moving out towards us. He does go for a Storm here, or sets of Storms, but obviously doesn't achieve anything. We don't even have units out. Pylon's not going to be terrible as well for blocking a little bit of damage. We do want to rush him, but he also does have the potential to rush us if he gets some good early game cards. We're going to go for Gas, work towards the Corsair, then I suppose just Reluctant Assassin. He's not playing anything at the moment. Okay, he did play Revelation actually, so that is going to get this Dark Templar killed. But at least we got Revelation out of the way before we got too many Dark Templar down. We did draw really shit though, so I'm not sure how many Dark Templar we are going to be able to get down. Alright, I suppose just Corsair, get those 2 Dark Templar out eventually. He's got a really bad hand at the start as well, it seems, because, I mean, he's not playing any of his Dark Templar, he's not playing a bunch of, like, Lings and Zealots or anything. But that is concerning, because he's going to have a strong later turn. Oh, this is good, though. Swift Vengeance. If he were to have a unit on board, they would just go for that unit to kill it. But since he has nothing on board, unless he plays something with Rush, they will just spawn from here and just act as 4 Dark Templar for really cheap. Really good to get early on if you can get that advantage. If he plays something with Rush, I'm sad he doesn't. So now we just get 4 Dark Templar with Rush. And they're just going to act as normal Dark Templar. They're not going to leave the battlefield when they kill things now. They will have to kill Ulrezaj first. We're going to get a bunch of Dark Templar here. We could also... What do we want to do? I suppose I just scavenge for a mineral chunk. Next turn I can play Deadly Saboteur if he plays a structure. But it seems like, I mean, he's just going to die to Dark Templar. And he's hitting the Corsair, so he's staying still, which is great. And now he's going to hit the Vultures, and they're not going to make him splash the Dark Templar. I mean, he had such a bad hand. I mean, we win here, which is great. But I reckon I'm going to give that another go, because I have not seen him do nothing for like 5 turns. Okay, Chrono pretty good. Don't really want to give him Insidious Spy, because it will always have detection. I am happy with giving him Unchained Fury, so we'll go for that. Oh, Psionic Storm's good to give him. Piloted Corsair is really good to give him because I'm It's going to be very hard for me to kill the Corsair. We'll go for Chrono here. Alright, we probably have to grid next turn depending on what he gets. Alright, we probably... Oh, we don't have to grid. We could go the Biker actually. That'll rush out a little bit of damage. He does stall me, but that's fine. I want this to die anyway. He actually has a Vulture of his own being sent out. A single Vulture. Very fortunate that it didn't steal the DT from this. That would have been a 1 of 4. We could Nerazim Warband. I'm happy with that. It doesn't line up the best when it comes to my resources, but it is the best I could play. It is a good unit to get out. Okay, nice. Dodges the Vulture. He's playing a Corsair. I'm not going to be able to kill that. So that is just another waste of a card for him. Unless I get Duran, but then I might just probably not want to play him, to be honest. Mineral Scavengers or Dark Templar. Dark Templar is more damage. Mineral Scavengers could set me up if I draw an expensive card, but so far I don't have any expensive cards in my hand. So I will just play the Dark Templar. We'll be able to kill this Vulture. He's sitting across the Corsair. It's not going to do shit. We're getting damage on Ulrezaj very slowly. I reckon Grid plus Reluctant Assassins here. Unless I want a Psionic Storm in the hopes he plays something with Rush. Or Anticipation for something with Rush. I don't hope he plays something with Rush. I think I just Grid. I think I Grid plus Assassins. Or... You know what? Maybe a Mineral Scavenger plus Assassin. I have enough DPS out at the moment. If we get more out in the... like right now, like one of the DTs will have Rush. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. We're doing a good job here, yeah. It's getting a little bit of splash on the DTs, but shouldn't kill them. I mean, there we go. We've got them down for sure. And I guess just, why not? We'll play Psionic Storm ourselves. And there's his Rush card. Very nice.